So it's live. So how do I adjust this? Can I change the color? Make this brighter? How do I do this? Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe I can this and this. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, at least I'm bright now. So live chat. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Emmanuel. We are here. Yay. So since it's preparing, let me see how do I get the chat out. Chats in the to view docs chat. There's the chat. Okay. There's the chat. And where should I put this? Okay. Maybe here. No. Oh, okay. I should just not use this. Okay, I would do this as a pop-up chat. Close. Live chat. Close. Yeah. I'm in the villain's lair. Yeah. I'm the villain actually. So no. Yes. So I'm in the villain's lair. So Pucci. So let me adjust some of these screens so that I can okay, now I'm gonna adjust this property, then live chat, which is the live chat? North is EG, live streaming, the property, oh, this is the one. Okay. Now the chat is appearing. I can now pull this a little bit like this. Aha, you guys are on screen now. Yeah. Okay. So, and can I make this more prettier? Add a filter. Is this it's already prettier. Okay. It's already prettier. Hi everybody. Is this too big? Is the text too big? Or should this be here? Okay, maybe smaller. Okay, more elegant that way. A bit smaller is a bit more elegant. Yeah. So before we start, let's do an intro. Long time never do the intro already. So let's go. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Defense Politics Asia, and my name is Wyatt. In case you do not know, and so this is a Q&A session. So I haven't done one since my birthday, so it's been some time. It's like 3 months, more than 3 months. So my YouTube partner manager said that I should do it. like at least once a month. So yeah, currently it's 1 a.m. Singapore time, and hopefully I will finish this before 3 a.m., which is another 2 hours, within 2 hours, because I'm quite sure many of you guys may want to watch the Euros. I think Netherlands is playing France. Yeah, Netherlands is playing France. So yeah, which is why I thought that some of you guys maybe not want to watch this live. So let me see, how do I show the screen? Is it this one? Oh yeah, this actually shows the screen. Interesting. Hiya. So this is the Defense Politics Asia website. In case you have never seen this before, yeah, this is better. But there's no chat here. So I'm gonna say hi to people first. Oh, this I cannot zoom. I cannot go up. So hi Emmanuel. Hi Miguel. Hi Christoph. Hi Fispian. Hi Tedawit. And hi, yeah, I'm Kim Jong Un's security detail. Okay, I should change to this screen. So hi Sasa Zisic. Hi Craig. And hi Midwest Talker. Hi CSGO Skin Showcase. I think I say it twice. Hi Augustus. Hi Carl. Hi Autovius 8 Ball. Hi Bench BA. Hi It's Not 42. And hi Ciclex. So that is a lot of channels. It's actually all the different platforms, and so I can show you. So these are all the different platforms. There is a Twitter, Telegram, DPA forum, which is Telegram, DPA chat, which is also Telegram. There's WhatsApp, then there's Discord. So these are the communities, and then I think there's also locals, which is part of the community. You can also support through Patreon, Coffee, Boosty, which is all where you can throw money at me. And of course, we have the Rumble channels. These are the Rumble channels. There's 4 channels on Rumble. YouTube, there's a lot more. There's a main channel, war channel, open mic channel. The rest of this channel is more secondary or tertiary. Analytics, I haven't have time to do anything for it yet. There's DPA Talk, which is meant for in the future, is supposed to do interviews. I'm going to interview like ambassadors, politicians and whatnot, professors. But there is a future plan, a bit more like the Duran kind of thing, but there's a long in the future. DPA Gaming, which is gaming stuff and computer games, playing games with the community and stuff, doing experiment, doing a reenactment through certain games. But I don't have much time to play games. There is some videos there, so you can check it out. Then DPA Archive, which is where I put up some war clips. This channel will never be able to be monetized. And then DPA Music, which is some of these DPA's original music, mostly created through AI, the help of AI, but some of it I need to do editing to it. So, and so coming back to this full screen, I see some of this people saying, okay, yeah, hi Ricky, and keep it 10 to 15 minute daily reports. It really depends on how much things happen. It's not my choice. If I can do it like within 15 minutes, I would have done it within 15 minutes. The thing is that if I do it, I force it into 15 minutes, then what will happen is that the report will be watered down. Like if you want watered down reports, then I think I can do it easily. The thing is yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should just do watered down reports, right? I don't know. Keep it simple, always at the same time. Now that is not so easy because I have a life. No, military summary have no life. No, he's all work, and he has a team to help him make sure that they are all work and no life. DPA condoms are available in the merch section. Really? So okay, so Color Saxon, hi Stinging Metal. Yeah, merge. Yeah, I has to. the problem with merch is that I don't think the channel, the hardcore supporters numbers are big enough, and it makes it it makes it not economical to do merch. I don't really want you guys to waste money, like spend too much money on the merch, which is like most of the money will not end up coming to the DPA to help to grow the brand and grow the channel. It will just go to all these middlemen and all these manufacturers, which is not the best way to do business. Now, that is just me scamming you. I don't like to scam people. Like, even when I know people, a lot of people offer to help to do work for free for DPA. Generally I always reply them that no, I don't feel comfortable with that. I want to pay people for their work. I don't want to waste their time. So because it's not sustainable, generally speaking, the volunteers. So I want people to really be paid for the work that they do. So there is long-term plans. Just that YouTube is I think it's my fault. Maybe my thumbnails are not good enough, my titles are not good enough. I'm too lazy to do video editing, so people don't want to watch. All sort of possibility. So hi no one. Hi. Oh shit. How to Alex. I think that's pronounced Alex, right? No. Oh my god, my Russian until now I still cannot remember how to read Russian words. Alex, what is N? Rope, yeah, something like that. High antonym. No Wagner propaganda about divisions of Poles as a previous. No. Christopher, military summary, they do different languages. From my understanding is that they have different people helping him to do the different languages. And so I did try once. So one of the channels that's not here is actually DPA Espanol. I did try using AI. The problem is that I cannot break even, and I was in this situation where I feel like I need to focus my resources to boost the core viewership on the main channels, like the main channel, DPA channel, and the war channel. So you cannot see the screen anyway. So like the DPA channel and the war channel, like I need to focus on these two. So I have to stop the espionage one because it's money losing, and it will take some time to build up, and I don't think that I should be distracting myself further for there. And similarly, I didn't post much on the archive anymore because similarly I want to streamline my time. I want to spend more time to create more geopolitical videos, but no, the viewership is still not there. So it is what it is. So what? Dobre Tavares. I don't know what's that mean, but no. Hi there, Dan. Your name sounds like you're from Netherlands. Netherlands going to play France later, right? So good luck. Hi Iranian Putin. Hi. And so I have no problem with the length of the video. If you want accurate facts and details, it takes time to talk about it. Yeah, you have to take time. It's just unavoidable. No. And the problem is that I cannot create like 8 different videos because the YouTube just don't push 8 videos for a channel, unfortunately. So if not, I would have yeah. I sit here and watch 5-6 hours of open mic and you complete about 50 minutes. Yeah. Don't think that's your work or quality is the problem. Don't think that your work or quality is. I really do not. I'm really not sure. And I'm quite sure that if I do edited video for every single freaking video, of course the channel is gonna have a lot more views. The problem is, then I will be doing lesser videos. I will be more like history legends. I'm not sure if that's the direction DPA should be going because there is so much things happening around the world. I really want to cover them quickly. And I'm not catching up with the things that's happening around the world. There's so much things happen that I did not report on. Hi Ricky, you're the best, bro. you just keep it at the same time every day. Human beings are like routines. I try, sometimes I need to sleep. It's not that I do not want to. I really want to. Then sometimes like, I'm doing this live. Sometimes I'm doing DPA open mic. And all this disrupts the schedules. So, and with military wired twin sister photos make for the best thumbnails. Because sad. No, I don't get it. That is a joke that I don't get it. Prigozhin is indeed alive. You have insights. Really? Prigozhin dying is really, one of this mystery thing that, you can't verify. You can only allege it, and they really make a big show of it. So, yeah. Sometimes I didn't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so good idea. Translate from French to German and language fun. Sounds like you're broadcasting from hell. Is it very bad? Is it better now? Is it the microphone is too near? I'm not sure. Broadcasting from hell means what? The audio is shit, or this is shit. No, it's hard to listen to his pro-Russian statement on military channel. Huh? Have you thought about interviewing people? Yes, I did. The main thing is that to interview people, you have to spend time to arrange to arrange that recording, and it can be very disruptive to normal routines, which is why the super panels, it takes some time to arrange, because we have like 3-4 people that I'm inviting all at one time, or 5 people that I'm trying to invite at one time. Sometimes they don't appear. Sometimes they forget about the stream recording, and it's like, there's a lot of work to do that. And History Legend has been constantly telling me to do more super panels, and I'm like, I'm just trying to resist it, because it's a lot of work, and I feel like I need to sort out my core content first, and I just don't have enough time in the day, just don't have enough hours in the day to do everything that I want to do. So I got to probably try to do some recording as in this live stream and see whether we can do something. I'm not sure. Hi Festus. Hi Rob. Look for the easy wins, DPA cooking channels. Yeah, no. Hi Paul. Interviews are on Saturdays. According to the military summit, Kiev will fall the day after tomorrow. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Hi, thank you, Irene Putin, for the super chat. Can we get Dennis on open mic? Well, I can't afford him, man. He's too big for me. Like, serious. Oh, talking about core content equal money. Not necessarily, core content sometimes people to watch. Like, I was trying to I do this such an important video about the China and Philippines issue, and people didn't watch, and the people who watch just keep fighting me, and that triggers me so much. I wrote a very long article. I also posted in chunks on Telegram and Twitter, and I also republished this full article on Twitter, and it's a very long article showing proof that a lot of the things that people believe is not right, and I'll cover this in this live stream as well. So maybe in a while. Let me. So thank you for the super chat again, Iranian Putin. So we wanted to do a cooking channel too. I don't know. Dennis versus DPA. No, Dennis is so big. Oh, okay, so talking about Dennis. So recently I was I think talking to History Legend or someone. Then I was saying that, have you noticed that among the pro-Ukrainian YouTubers, they don't really do collabs? Like, why do they don't do collaborations? Like, I find it very weird. Like, not many of the pro-Ukrainians actually do collaborations, and I don't understand why not. Like, is it because all of them have different narrative and it will clash? Like, you know, all the different copes like don't match. I do not know. Like, why reporting from Ukraine never talked to Denis Davidov? Or Denis Davidov talked to Artur Rehi? Or no, Artur Rehi talks, maybe he did, but no, like, no, do a show together with no Peter Griffin. I don't know what's his name. I forgot his name. So no, yeah, you know who. So I don't know the and I also not too sure. Like, I mean, the pro-Russian side, I'm not in. I'm neutral. The pro-Russians are they do a lot of collaborations among one another, especially in Telegram, on Twitter, YouTube a bit lesser. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. So I don't. I'm belong to the neutrals. So no, I would only like to work with the neutrals. Like, usually I like to work with the neutrals because, you know, it's being more objective and whatnot. So okay, I talk too much about, you know, yeah, my this observation. So pretty much too long didn't read. So that's why we need Dennis on open mic. Like, he will not come. You know, he earned too much money. He's a millionaire. Why would he come to open mic? So I seen Ukrainians in Germany today marching on the street, death to the enemies and blah blah. Yeah. Ukrainians are being wasted of power, blah blah blah. Okay. Wyatt, will Scott Ritter ever be in your super panel again? I'm not sure. I honestly not sure. He's I mean, I'm still in contact with him, but he's taking a stance which is so one-sided, like very anti-West, and to the point where, no, I find it a bit tricky to invite him on. It's not that I can't. I could. I believe that I invite he 100% is willing to come on, but the problem is that I'm not sure. Like, you know, during the first year of war, I think he does put in very good perspective, because we're trying to talk about the reality of the situation. But right now, I think the reality of the situation is pretty clear. But he's very, very pro-Russia, or very, very anti-US, or very anti-West. And he just got banned from leaving United States. His passport has been confiscated. So it's a bit tricky, very touchy. I don't dare to touch him because I do not know what's the implication for me. So yeah, we have to be realistic, because it's one thing to bring someone on. It's another thing that we destroy our reach. I think the DPA wise, I think the core is that we try to maintain our reach. If we have to self-censor, we self-censor, because the reach is more important because I can don't talk about something, like I can don't talk about COVID, I can don't talk about vaccines, I can don't talk about the US election. There is still a lot of important things happening around the world that we need to talk about. So I cannot sacrifice all the major things that is happening around the world just to talk about certain things which will cause the channel to be terminated. So it's just not worth it. So pro-Ukrainian YouTubers are completely out of touch with reality. I mean, they have their narrative, they have their positions, I can understand, but I just don't understand why they don't collab. That's all. So pro-Ukrainian creators cannot hear pro-Russian bullshit. Yeah, so Scott Ritter loved the United States. I'm sure he do. I mean, as in his narrative, the position that he's taking is very it has reached a point where it's a bit dangerous to bring him on. I'm not sure what it would do to the channel. That's my main problem. So do you keep an eye on the Middle East? Yes, but the Middle East, yeah, sometimes I cannot keep up, and sometimes it's very hard to talk about, because people are so emotional about stuff in the Middle East, particularly with the Palestinians. It's like, when I'm trying to talk sense, talk logic, people are just too affected by the emotions, the propaganda coming from both sides. I mean, people dying is true. There are very serious, horrible things that's happening in the Gaza war, but it doesn't change the macro situation. Like, if you look at Ukraine, there is actually very horrible death in the Ukraine war, but it doesn't detract away from the macro situation, the geopolitics between Russia, Ukraine, NATO, and United States. Like, you cannot detract from it. You know, there is still serious things that's currently happening on the macro scale. You cannot say that, you know, someone died very horribly and you don't talk about it. But that's the current situation for the Palestinian situation. Anything when it touched the Palestinian or the Israeli, suddenly nobody want to talk about the macro situation, and I find it very irritating. I find it very hard to not do videos like this, because I'm not sure how badly it will affect the channel, and it just pains me to read the comments, because it's like just so irritating to read. The same thing is currently happening with this latest video on China Philippines. People are so anti-West to the point where they are not talking sense. So this is why, I have reacted to in this thing. So I think I can show you to show a bit more about this. So I did this video. So and the problem is, when I read the comments, I realize that a lot of people do not really realize that Philippines actually is a military ally of United States, like serious alliance. It's like Belarus and Russia. It's not even it's not the situation between Taiwan and United States. It's alliance. So when you have this perspective, everything changes. It's very important to note. Okay, I want suggestions. I need suggestions to change the title. I need a more clickbaitish title. I want people to come and talk here. So, what title should I put? Any suggestions? Before I go on. What's the title? Where can I change the title? Yum, 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 yum. I think I have to change it here. I wonder how lag is is the stream. How laggy is it? I'm not sure. I think the comments are very slow. So Path of Exiles, I never played it before, so I don't think I'll be playing it. DPA Q&A in the rear. Yes, I can answer semi-personal questions. I mean, I can answer personal questions as well. Let's dissect the world together. Is it very mild? Downfall of the West. Okay. I think that the downfall of the West. DPA Q&A. Yeah, I did that. So is that better? No, this title, is it more clickbaitish, so that we have more than 85 people to come and watch, because it's like, yeah. So I go up again. I think I missed some of this chat. Rita screwed Gonzalo Lira. Yeah, I mean, he said stuff. I think, yeah. So so I mean, Scott Ritter is still a human being. No, he have his perspective. He also only have 24 hours a day. He can only read that much in a single day. So, though I never treat any influencer or famous people like they are gods. They can make mistakes. They have perspective. They have narratives, and they make mistakes, and they can screw things up. So it is what it is. People say that Scott Ritter is part of the CIA or something. It doesn't matter, right? You can decide whether you want to trust him or believe in him or not. I mean, yeah, you can just decide for yourself whether you want to listen to him or not. So So it doesn't really matter whether if he's CIA or no, or what asset or whatnot. Like people say Gonzalo Lira is an asset or whatnot, then he died. Like so now where do I? So logic isn't okay. So I scroll down. What does Kim Jong Un's and Putin's visit mean for the future at the end of Western hegemony? You mean you didn't watch the video? Oh my god! I did this video. You see, 10,000 views only. This is such an important video. This is a geopolitics video. On the Russia pivot to North Korea. The original name for this is the president, the new sanctioned land president visits OG sanctioned land in Pyongyang. No, so OG sanctioned land leader in Pyongyang. So after that I changed to something more generic so that it's more better for SEO purposes. So yeah, I did it. So you go and watch it. I'm not gonna repeat it here. No one. You didn't watch my videos. Oh, my nose is itchy again. Oh my god. My nose is always itchy. Doesn't matter what I do. No. Always itchy. So I said Path of Exile I never played before, so I don't think I will be playing. Rita is a broken record and blah blah blah. So I don't know. I mean, I also wonder how he earn money. I always wonder how Scott Ritter earns money, because he come on the super panel. He didn't. I offered to actually share some of the revenue to him. He actually rejected it. So I was worried about his financial situation and whatnot. But now he's perfectly fine. So I do not know how he earns money. So I really don't know. So why can I take? So this semi-personal question, you can ask. Angry Asian aggressively argue. You haven't been good in the Middle East. American influence has been shattered in the region. Israel is a strategic liability, and so because of the lobby. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, right? I've been reporting that that's the case. So the thing is, this is what it is. I did report this. I did say it exactly like this, He's married 2 daughters. Do you think his wife wouldn't divorce if he really was? I think, okay, it jumps. So shit, it jumps. Oh no. Breaking, France is going to war with Israel. No, I don't think so. Studied Empire post east of Suez and started watching Lee Kuan Yew archive from the 60s. Do you think that during the expulsion of the Malaya, US Mandarin could have gone differently? I don't think the Americans are involved in the expulsion of Singapore from Malaysia, because Lee Kuan Yew is just so scary, so dangerous, that if they don't eject Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew will take over the whole of Malaysia, like politically. So he is that effective, So no, like he speaks better Malay than the Malays. So they basically kick them out. So yeah, I mean, for the better, I guess. So greed and greed. Le Legion E Trans GG downfall is a good one. Yeah, I mean, not bad. The downfall of the West got us another 20 views, 20 live viewers. Deep Poke Analytics. Deep Poke Analytics. How many empires fall and later rise again? Very few. You're goddamn right. Okay, so I'm catching up to live, to real time. Give me a second. The overreactor reader. Possible. Press the like button twice. No, it's okay. You can press it the 3rd time. Oh, faster. I still haven't reached the lifetime. Why is Scott Ritter is highlighted on these propaganda AI videos? I do not know. I don't know what videos you saw. 9/11 Saudi Arabia involvement exposed by 60 Minutes. I didn't watch this, but I never believed 9/11 is like a legitimate terror attack. That's what I think. I feel like there's insider, in the American side. Putin threatened the South Korean journalist during the conference at the beginning of the war. So South Korea doesn't supply Ukraine with weapons. Now they complain. honestly, I think South Korea is like supplying weapons to Poland. They are building ammunitions. Definitely, some South Korean built stuff is reaching Ukraine. Like that's for sure. Lee Kuan Yew is the homelander of Asia. Yeah, somewhat. So yes, I'm now in real time. Yay! So okay, so I gotta come back to. Okay, let me talk about the Philippine thingy. So let me so I wrote this article. Basically, this is a reproduction of the post that I rented on the Twitter and Telegram. So basically, I read the comments of this video, and I got very triggered by it because it seems like a lot of people don't understand what the hell is happening in South China Sea. They don't understand Philippines and China's relationship. They don't understand China's claim. They don't understand Southeast Asia's position. They don't understand Philippines' claim. They don't understand the United States' role in all of this. And it's very disappointing that people are not open-minded enough to actually try to understand what I'm trying to say. And I do not know where some of these people or some of you guys get your information about Philippines and China and Southeast Asia and United States. Like anti-United States or anti-West channels will 100% put the blame on United States or the Philippines for whatever is happening in South China Sea. The reality is the flip side. United States become more present in the Philippines is because of Chinese actions. It's not the other way around. It's not China is doing more things because United States is around or having more bases in Philippines. It's actually the other way around. Philippines have no way of dealing with China because China has been escalating, and then they have to get United States to have a bigger presence in Philippines. That is actually the reality. But the thing is that I do not know what people read. All this anti-West stuff, or they watch on YouTube, that they got all the facts all wrong. First, important thing to note is that Philippines has a military alliance since 1951 with the United States. Ever since Philippines stopped to become a colony of the United States, they have signed a defensive alliance. They have a military alliance. The same thing between Belarus and Russia. That if any of the two countries got attacked, the other side naturally will go to war to help. So that's the relationship between Philippines and China. Philippines and United States. It's a very high level relationship. So it's not the puppet whatever. No, it's not that. They are a military alliance. They are closer than Taiwan and United States. They are closer. No, they're very, very close, to put it that way. So the fact that people do not know that, and they talk the way how I see the comments is like, oh my god, people don't know what they're talking about, and it's very disappointing. So having United States having troops and bases in Philippines is basically the same thing as Russia having troops and bases in Belarus. Is the same thing. So and you have to see that in the latest article, this posted by Channel News Asia, Philippines was asked if they will invoke the defense pact over this incident. It's actually that level of situation where Philippines could have asked United States to enter into this conflict, but Philippines is trying to hold back because the reality is that they cannot trust the United States for one. They also cannot afford to escalate the situation further because Philippines is not ready for war. So we move further south. Not further south. Further down to this thing that I've been writing. So I did write. It's heart wrenching because it is. Every time when I talk about so-called controversial issues, be it the Gaza war, be it Philippines, it's just painful to read the comments because the whole point of DPA is that no, a lot of people got duped by all sorts of different media, particularly the mainstream media, which is why DPA is a thing. Because if the mainstream media is effective, I don't have to do DPA. But the reality is that it's not. And nowadays it's worse because of social media and because of YouTube. Some people just believe a lot of the bullshit that is out there, and they got confused because no, it's very trendy to be anti-West. And if you be anti-West, then of course everything that China do is right. Everything that Philippines do is they are being puppeted by the United States. And if you have this kind of worldview, you're doomed. Your analysis will all be wrong. So, but it doesn't change the fact that might is right, power is power. Power is power. As long as you have the military power, you have power, you're going to do whatever you want. It's just like how Russia can annex Crimea. They can take Donbass, they can do basically conquer whatever they want if they choose to. The same thing goes for United States. Whether you can digest it is another story altogether, So whoever can defend their claim can militarily just conquer the territory until they cannot. This is the best example for this is Israel. Israel basically conquered the entire of Palestine. They have conquered Palestine. They claim all of Palestine. And they effectively controls and govern all this land. And they also de facto have the control of the life and death of all Palestinians in the land of Palestine. That's the reality. They can defend this claim militarily until they can't. And then, of course, then there will be the end of Israel. So the same thing goes for every single thing, be it for Ukraine war, Crimea, be it Sudan or Yemen, Libya, is all the same. Everything is the same. Anyone can claim anything as long as you can defend your claim. That's all. So the problem with Philippines' situation in the South China Sea is that they can claim, but they can claim this green line. This is the green line the Philippines is claiming. They can claim, but the thing is, with what military? Their military is so weak, they cannot enforce the claim. And they probably would never be able to enforce that claim because they can't fight China. They are not powerful enough to deal with China, and probably never. In fact, they can't even defeat the Taiwanese, which is also China, which is the Republic of China. Because the Taiwanese Republic of China, the Republic of China, which is Taiwan, also claims the 9-dash line. Theirs is 11-dash line, if I not remember wrongly. So, because they are both China, remember they are both China. So if the Philippines can't even defeat Taiwan, they definitely cannot defeat China. So what can Philippines do? If you put yourself in the situation in the shoes of the Filipinos, you are the Filipino president, what can you do? Your military can't beat China. Your politics is a total mess. You cannot get things to pass easily. There's a lot of corruption in your country, and your military sucks. So what can you do? If you're going to build up your military, you'll take 10, 20 years. And then in 10, 20 years' time, China will have 10, 20 aircraft carriers. You can't win. So what Philippines can do? Philippines can only do a few things. They can virtual signal. They can try to win public opinions. And both of these things is exactly what Ukraine has been doing all these 2 years. That's what Ukraine is doing because they can't win the war. So they just keep doing all this virtual signaling. They're trying to do PR, they'll win public opinions. Just that the Ukraine go all out in information war, which Philippines do not. Philippines, they basically just make sure that everybody have a camera, everybody bring their handphone, then everybody take footage. They take as many footage as possible to the point where it's not possible for the Chinese Coast Guard to confiscate everything. And this is how so many footages are coming out, because if you can see some of these images and photos that came out, the phones are broken. The Chinese make sure that they destroy all these videos they can. but they can't because no, Philippines just have too many handphones. So that's what they're doing. And the last thing they can do is to get their big brother, United States, to reinforce them, to back them, which is why they open all these new US bases. They make these deals to basically, have some balance of power. For those that have watched, my lecture on the balance of power, you should understand this. You need a balance of power. Your country may be small, you may not be able to win, but through alliances, you can, or through agreements and deals and cooperations, you can create an effective balance, a bookwork, or a balance of power against the potential adversary. And that's what ASEAN is. The ASEAN, the Southeast Asia Association, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, basically bind together for exactly this purpose. As a collection of the 10, 11 countries, geopolitically, there's a lot of weight. ASEAN as a group is very strong. So that's how you maintain a balance of power. That's how you maintain negotiating positions. And this is also why when you read anything about South China Sea, China will always say they will want to deal with the South China Sea issue in a bilateral manner. One country to one country. They don't want any other people to come in because bilaterally, China will always win the negotiation because they're so much more powerful. And this is also why ASEAN always step into this South China Sea issue, because as a collective, we can have a stronger say on the situation in the South China Sea. If they go bilateral, then it's always going to be a Chinese win, and that's exactly what China is trying to do. So you have to understand when you read the newspaper or read the news, why China say what they say. There's a reason for it. They want bilateral negotiations because that is how they can win the negotiation. So there's also all these comments about the Philippines being Ukraine 2.0. They are being made use by the United States. And as I have mentioned earlier, it is not Philippines being made use by the United States. It's the Philippines wanted to maintain the claims, and they are trying to use the United States to try to maintain the claim. Because if United States is not in the picture, these islands are already taken by China 100% for sure. They will be conquered. The fact that because United States is in the area and United States have a military alliance with Philippines, China have to rethink. They have to think 2-3 times to really be sure whether they want to militarily take all these islands that Philippines claim and Philippines have outposts on. Because if they forcefully take the island, it's a declaration of war. And if it's a declaration of war, then United States will be obligated by law, by treaty, to go to war with China. And that's what China is afraid of. So China is playing all this game to force the Filipinos out of the islands. By blocking supplies, making life very difficult for the soldiers on the outposts and whatnot. This is what they are doing. So and honestly, I don't really like China's claim. I think their claim is ridiculous. They are weak. I don't think that any country should claim all of South China Sea. I believe that all these lines based on the EEZ, I think that's the best. Based on the exclusive economic zone. Most of these islands by right, there's only one island originally that can really build a base, which is the Taiping Island, which is originally taken by the Republic of China, Taiwan. All the subsequent islands that is in the South China Sea right now that can host military bases are all reclaimed. So the Chinese islands are all reclaimed. So now it becomes a serious problem right now, because now there is indeed massive islands in South China Sea, and these islands are has become a major problem, because if you look at this Southeast Asia, this is basically a knife to the throat of Southeast Asia, and if this can be recognized, then China will have a legitimate claim that they are also part of the Southeast Asian countries and they want to be part of ASEAN. And if they enter ASEAN will be controlled by China. So there is a lot of geopolitical situation in all these things. So it's important. I just feel that it's important to know. Don't just believe if like, the Americans are puppeting everything. The Filipinos have their own agencies. They know what they want. They just want something that is very hard to get. That's all. The same thing for the Ukrainians. It's easy to say that the Ukrainians are being controlled by the West. If you notice, I never say that. I've never said that. The Ukrainians want to be part of Europe. They want to join the EU. They want to be part of NATO. And they got duped into thinking that the NATO or the Europeans or the Americans will back them all the way, militarily even. But so they continue to fight on. And then they ignore the Istanbul deal. And then it is what it is. They got scammed. So Philippines is a bit different. They are trying to claim this thing. They are trying to get the Americans in to try to back their claims. But like I said, it's very difficult. Philippines just don't have the military to back their claim. It's just difficult. So and now I'm not sure if United States have the will to protect Philippines or to back Philippines' claim of South China Sea Islands, the Spratly Islands. I'm not sure if the United States have that will to do it, because under Biden, this administration is extremely unpredictable. They are extremely weak, and they are getting stepped over all around the world. So, I mean, if they cannot protect the trade route in the Red Sea, they cannot stop the Houthis from firing rockets and drones into the Red Sea, attacking commercial ships. Then the image of United States, able to protect their allies' interest is gone. So Egypt is hemorrhaging money over the Red Sea, the Houthis situation. So but however, Southeast Asia, as I mentioned, they really don't want South China Sea to become a China Sea. So there is a lot of national interest involved among all the Southeast Asia countries in the South China Sea. So it's not going to be so easy for China to just conquer everything. There is consequences and repercussions, which is why China have not done it yet. And of course, clearly because of the alliance with United States. So I want to point back to some history. You can see that in 2016, Duterte said this very statement. He said that what he wants from China is to help to develop Philippines. He do not want anger. He do not want war. And actually, on top of this, Duterte also did say that Philippines can't possibly win a war against China. So he's trying to go a different direction. He wanted to move away the traditional Philippines US-centric foreign policy to pivot to Russia and China to try to do something different and see whether they can get a different result. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're always going to get the same result. That's the Duterte's idea, and it was very bold, and a lot of people applaud it. However, he got duped. After the initial whirlwinds and good news and everything, which is what China did to Obama as well. In case you do not know, they made deals. Then there was compromises, and Duterte eventually got disillusioned because none of the things that was promised by China was done. So according to foreignpolicy.com, they also wrote what happened then. This was an old article. They say that he tried to strike a deal on joint exploration of disputed regions in the South China Sea, leverage Beijing's massive infrastructure investment plan, the Belt and Road Initiative, to support his own build infrastructure plan in Philippines. The result was that not a single deal was actually being done in the 6 years term. And so none of the dreams have come to fruition. A lot of this Duterte's plan was not happened. In fact, it got worse because Beijing have increased its assertiveness in the South China Sea. They have encircled the T2 island, which is Pagasa, which is where the Philippines have an air base over there. So with hundreds of militia boats preventing the Philippine government to upgrade the runway. And then after that, China using the Coast Guard, authorized the Coast Guard to fire upon foreign vessels if they need. And then 200 Chinese fishing boats were parked at the Whitsun Reef. Basically, things got worse. So, when people say that, times were good between Duterte and China, people only remember the beginning. They do not know what happened at the end of the presidency. They forgot to check, or they didn't check. They think that the entire presidency of Duterte and China is very good. It's not. The first half was Duterte trying to make deals with China, trying to get things going, to stop talking about the differences, to try to find common grounds. That's what Duterte was trying to do. In the second half, he was disillusioned. The second half of his term is focused on building the military of Philippines. They're reforming, buying new weaponries, reforming the old Philippine military that was invested in fighting insurgents into a proper military that can fight countries. And in the term as well, they have the Battle of Marawi, which a lot of people probably also forgotten. So that was the experience of Duterte. He wanted to try to be friends with China, but China, as I always said, their words cannot be trusted. It is not that I don't like China for the sake of don't like China. In fact, I'm okay with China. It's the Communist Party. But the problem is the actions of the Communist China and their words is never aligned. It's two different departments. The spokesman, the PR or the foreign ministry will say whatever they need to get their foreign policy win. But the actual actions in the military, in the economics, in business, in trade, whatnot, has zero relationship with the foreign policy part. With the people who are doing the PR. The spokesman can say whatever they want, as long as they get their foreign policy objective, which is to get Philippines or any countries to shut up. But in the actual actions, they will continue to do whatever they have planned. They promised Obama that they are not going to militarize the island. They're not going to reclaim the islands. They continue to reclaim the islands, and eventually they militarize it. They told Obama they're not going to put missiles, and then after that they put missiles on it. There's a pattern to it. Then after that, Duterte becomes president. That was the Obama term, and then Duterte came in. Exact same thing has happened. There is a pattern to it. I don't say I'm not anti-China because I don't like China. I'm Chinese. No, I'm ethnically Chinese. I always play China when I play computer games. Even though I play Europa Universalis, I always play China. But the problem is the leadership of Communist China, the current China that we know, just do not keep their words. They have no honor. That's the main problem with China. Is if they have played a totally different game, they played the Russian style of geopolitics, they play the Russian foreign policy, I can tell you, China will be the darling of all of Asia. All of Asia will love China because they can get away from the United States and they'll have this new big brother they can call their big brother. But the problem is China is so insecure, they just keep using the wolf diplomacy. They're always so aggressive to all their neighbors. You guys do not know because you guys don't live in the region. Many of you guys don't live in the region. China has very aggressive diplomacy with South Korea, perhaps even North Korea, against Taiwan, against Thailand, against Malaysia, against Indonesia, against Singapore, against Nepal, against India, literally almost everyone. So and everyone in the region knows China's style because that's what they do already for 10 over years or more. The more stronger the PRC, the current China is, the more aggressive they become, especially when United States is weak. The weaker United States is, the more aggressive China becomes. And now we have a weak presidency in Biden, which is why now China is flexing. If Trump become president again and he managed to turn things around, you can see China will become very quieter. Just mark my word. Remember what I say. Just take notice. This I lived through it. Singapore was one of the countries that was getting slapped by China. And Singapore is the biggest foreign investor in China. You have to understand what does that mean, when you basically bitch slap your biggest foreign investor. So, that's how China behave. Unfortunately, it's really terrible strategy, terrible foreign policies. But China is in their own world. It's just how it is. So, as you can see, in Asia Times reported, in October 2016, China offered Duterte 24 billion in investment under the Belt and Road. They even talk about joint patrols and potential joint ecological preservation schemes. But at the end of the 6 years, there is not a single project that was agreed. No cooperative agreement was achieved. Nothing. Instead, China have fully militarized the entire land features in the area. That is the reality. This is the China, which some of you guys say that no, China is not an aggressive country. You can tell that to the Philippines, the Philippines will not believe you because the Philippines experience it themselves. So this is the main thing. When I'm trying to explain all these things to people get triggered, and then then it's like me living in the region trying to tell you what the hell is happening in this region, and then like people just want to fight back and try to lick lick the butt of China is like, what the fuck, man? Why you want to do that? I'm neutral. I'm telling you, I don't like what they do, but reporting wise, I'm always neutral. It is what it is. Clearly, China can still conquer the whole of South China Sea if they want to. They can claim, they can secure the claim. It is what it is. So that is what. So this is the whole thing. And I have also dropped all these different videos that I have talked about in this geopolitical issue. You can check it out in this article. And on the Defense Politics Asia website, you can actually find the article on the homepage. And I finished my ranting on this thing. I'm very emotional about these things because it literally affects me in Singapore. So yeah, it's currently in the featured. So yeah, and yeah, for if I happen to clip this into a separate video, thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update. And coming back to question and answer. So I wanted to go through that because it is just a very major issue. And I think that people are just autopiloting because of the propaganda that they have, or brainwashing that they have done to themselves by following certain people, listening to certain things, and not realizing that they are getting brainwashed. So I'm gonna move up to I saw this super chat, so I cover this super chat first. Utis said, America's geostrategic goal in the world is to keep the trade flowing. We are own universe otherwise. Why does Asia green lines matter to us? Keep the world trade flowing, but the Americans cannot keep the trade flowing in the Red Sea. So that is what it is. Asian green lines, why does it matter? Because the trade goes through South China Sea. And if South China Sea is a sovereign territorial water of China, which means that it is territorial water. What is the meaning of territorial water? Which means no one can sail through unless China give you the permission. Then that's a major thing. That's a big thing. So which is why South China Sea is such a big issue. It's right in the middle of Southeast Asia. If that becomes a sovereign Chinese sea, then Southeast Asia will be handicapped. That's all. And not to mention, South China Sea is also the airspace that many Southeast Asian countries use to fly over and do military training and and whatnot. Fishermen goes out, civilian ships or boats go out for fishing, for leisure, also in South China Sea. So and if it's sovereign water of China, then yeah, it is what it is. No, you should understand by now. So Encompass said that he loved to walk around Singapore the other day. Yeah, I could do more, but I'm I stay at home most of the time because there's so much work to do. I don't have the time to be Alex Cristoforo. I wish I could just walk around and just talk and just record. So what is China's long-term goal? To become the superpower that they believe that they are destined to become, or mandated, or God-given. That's what China plans to do. It doesn't matter which China, It doesn't matter is the People's Republic of China or the Republic of China. It doesn't matter is the West Taiwan or East Taiwan, or the Taiwan, or West Taiwan. It doesn't matter. It's both Taiwanese China and the mainland China both will be the same. As long as they have unified China, the next natural goal is to become hegemonic, or to become the regional superpower to the point where they have outsized influence on the rest of the world. And China is already halfway there. So so what's Indonesia's position towards China? Indonesia is preparing for war against China. Yeah, Indonesia is extremely paranoid about China. Indonesia is currently militarizing, and they're buying a lot of military equipment, fighter jets, tanks, ships. Indonesia is now on course to become more powerful than Singapore's military by quality. And the only thing that Singapore can do is to buy F-35 to continue to be ahead. Yeah. So I'm going to move down. Philippines is 100% controlled by the West. Yeah, it's not. It's just not. You go to Philippines, talk to the Filipinos, try to understand. It's not. They have the same democratic system as United States. As a result, the United States the political system always breaks down. Always breaks down in limbo. And that's what's happening in Philippines. It's in limbo. It's too complicated for this country. The American political system is just way too complicated and too easily corruptible. So, nose itchy again. So, I'm moving down and see what other what is China's national department. I don't know what does this mean. So what makes it worth investing so much in these coral reef and small islands? We're talking about fishing grounds, trade routes, or resources in the seafloor. Generally, it depends. Like in the beginning, because China or Republic of China, both Chinas did not really enforce the claims, because they are so weak. Both of them are weak. So there was suddenly a rush. Because of Philippines, everybody rushed to claim their own islands based on the exclusive economic zone. So it's just a fear of missing out. Then after that, there is this various research talking about there's a possibility that there is oil and gas under the sea. Possible. No one dare to exploit it. No one dares to do anything about it. And fishing grounds, clearly there is also a fact. But it's more geopolitical. I would say I think the most important thing is the geopolitical. It's the border. Is how far you can extend your border. I think that's the main problem, and the main issue for the Southeast Asian countries is we don't want China to be around us, to be so near to us, because having such a major power so near and claiming seas around you. Yeah, it's just asking for trouble, for us. So that's the main thing. Moving further south, how long before the West downfall? It's already falling right now. It's falling in front of our eyes. Yeah, so If so, China is trying to cut off trade and fishing of the southern neighbors. Yeah. China doing monkey see, monkey do based on 1960s, 1991 USA. I think China would do it even more smarter and better than the United States. Yeah. Please discuss the previous president did to China before Duterte. I not entirely sure. Yeah. No one cares about Filipino politics until Duterte come onto the scene. So, and before that, Philippines is in a decline. It was in a mess. A lot of corruption, a lot of drugs, a lot of guns, a lot of mafia. So, the previous administration of Philippines is just doesn't matter. It's just not important. Clearly, no, they have their own claims and whatnot. But again, like I said, Philippines can claim whatever they want, but they cannot defend the claim. There is no use. So, so you continue to scroll down. Hi, Shi. My nose is so itchy again. By the way, for some reason I got unsubscribed to my channel. So do subscribe back. No, I do not know. No, people always say that no, there is unsubscribe unknowingly and whatnot. Then I really do not know how much magic is there involved. How much magic? Victim blaming is wild, but not unexpected. You can spell the vocal on your breath. Victim blaming. Who is the victim here? I do not know. So, how many foreign military bases does China have? I'm not sure. I think they have a half one in Sri Lanka. They have one full one in I think the country near Somalia. I forgot one of the country. I think so. Is it Somalia? So not many, because no one trusts them enough, and no one needs China around. So eventually there will be more eventually for sure, because with United States waning in influence and power, the people will start to ask for more. But no, generally I think people will want Russia over China. Like I think like for me, I would prefer Russia over China as well. Singapore is where today because of the West. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's exactly correct. Singapore played the game well, that's all. China played the game very well as well because we trained them how to play the game. So now we are screwed. They left with no choice but to deal with China positively because of the mess left behind. No, I wouldn't say that he have no choice. He's just trying new things. No, like because Duterte himself don't really like the Americans also, so he wanted to try and prove to his people, to prove to the world that no, China can be trusted, China can be negotiated, and he failed. That's the surprising thing. That's the surprising thing, that Duterte failed, and China did not take the opportunity to play the game well, to dupe the whole world that China is a good guy. Now, because of the Duterte's situation with China, the experience, all of Southeast Asia is on notice. All of the neighbors of China is on notice that it doesn't pay to be nice to China. That is the main problem with the whole Duterte-China saga. That Duterte is as nice as you could be with China, of any country, other than Singapore. Singapore is super nice with China as well. But the Duterte's action to pivot suddenly as a Western aligned country to suddenly become pro-Russia and pro-China, and it does not pay. That's the frightening thing. If you don't understand, what I mean, I do not know how to explain. That is the main issue. It's a huge waste of diplomatic, opportunity by China. China's support for India's bid. Oh, okay. So the China's support for India bid is not true. I cannot find the source to it. It does not exist. I mentioned this previously in one of the video. I tried to find the source, I cannot find it. So China did not support India's permanent membership in the UNSC. So it's not true. Duterte is part Chinese himself. Actually, a lot of people is part Chinese. A lot. So no, it's nothing special. Can one ask question here that DPA will answer? Yes, I will answer. Yeah, what you want to ask? So China is very aggressive. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're not living in the region, you don't know. No, if you live far away, no, you can't tell. That's the thing. And I try to explain, but people don't want to listen. So why would you give it back after people already died? Yeah. Philippines have USA base. That's aggressive. China have China bases. That's also aggressive. Same, right? What if Philippines have the military power of the United States? But then it's all Filipino bases. Is it aggressive? No, it makes no logic, right? So no. But isn't it response to American behavior? No. So China ramping up their actions is not a response to Americans' behavior. They will say it to make it as an excuse to demonize the Americans, to shame Philippines into retracting, asking America for help. You know the mind games is a mind game. There's nothing to do with the Americans. The Chinese are just doing it because that leads them towards the path of conquering the islands. That's all. No, that's what it is. It's not. No, all these Chinese actions, they have a final goal. The goal is to conquer all of South China Sea. And to conquer all of South China Sea, they cannot do it militarily. They cannot do it very bluntly because that will just trigger global condemnation, and it will just screw up everything for them. They just do it one by one. They target the smallest country or the weakest country, and they're just using the excuses to demonize the Americans, to try to pull people like some of you guys or some of the the DPA viewers that is not on the surface so pro China because they are brainwashing. They are manipulating the people's opinion to make Philippines look like shit, to make American look like shit, and suddenly China is like the innocent no little lamb that cannot do anything wrong. That's all. No, it's just excuses. They do it regardless because they have been doing it even before the United States have new bases. The United States new bases in Philippines is a reaction to Chinese action. It's not the other way around. So the elite families of the Philippines have businesses in the mainland China. The Americans also have businesses in the mainland China. What are you talking about? Elon Musk have businesses in China as well. Apple have businesses in China as well. It's not a thing. It's not important. China has a Middle Kingdom mindset. Yes. China have the soon 1 billion and one mouth to feed and brains to get it done. Talking about 1 billion. There is some dispute. There's some I wouldn't say conspiracy, but there's some suspicion that China may not have 1 billion people. They might be actually below that. I remember saying this some months ago. Like there is some suspicion that the numbers don't add up. That based on handphone numbers, like the number of handphones being handphone SIM cards and all these things, they estimated that the numbers in China don't actually have 1 billion people. Yeah, something like this. But it's not very important because it doesn't make China weaker. China is still very strong. Yeah, but it's just that the numbers may be dubious. I mean, honestly, the United States population number is dubious as well because you guys don't have the Americans don't have the ID system. So if you don't have an ID system, then it's gonna be screwed, man. Everything will be a mess. You don't even know who died. So, Russia's approach. Oh, you skipped. Shit. Where? Oh, Millennium 7. Hi, Millennium 7. Okay, wait, I just need to. I this chat always jumped, and then when it jumped, I lost. I lost where. Oh no, there's so much chatter. Okay, I'm so sorry. I really don't want to skip. Uh okay. Wow, that's a lot of chatter that I missed. Okay, I was around here. So I need to go faster. I need to catch up with real time. So some of these are chatters are not talking to me. What's the feature of DPA? DPA is a media outlet and think tank. It's not a YouTube company. So that's all I will say for now. What is the future of DPA? DPA is a media outlet and a think tank. So how powerful is Indonesia compared to China in terms of growth potential? Indonesia, population-wise, Indonesia has a huge amount of young people. There's a population boom right now, and however, the country is very undeveloped. There's a lot of corruption. Education is not as focused because the Chinese people we are obsessed with education. So in the long term, Indonesia is not going to overtake China anytime soon. Like it's a sleeping giant. Indonesia is a sleeping Garuda, but no, until someone can tap and strengthen Indonesia, then Indonesia will continue to be what it is right now. Like like India. Like India is the same situation. No, they are sleeping giant, but no, they are not there yet. No, Indonesia have the potential to become super powerful. One of the as powerful, like a powerful regional power that can rival China potentially, but they are not yet. So any good book to recommend to read and learn about Singapore modern history and politics? Read all the books published by Lee Kuan Yew. Like that's enough. Lee Kuan Yew's book is the best. I have some at home, but I never read it, so I'm not sure where they came from. Did I buy it? I actually cannot remember. So so I can scroll through down. I see if there's any things is question. F-35 is worse than F-16 though. It's not true. Singapore actually did a military exercise with Australian Air Force. We sent our F-15s against the Australian F-35. We got trashed, like badly, very badly. We lost the fight, the mock fight. The exercise, we just got trashed, entirely got trashed. We didn't even see the F-35 and everybody got shot down. So, which is why we decided to buy the F-35, because we have tested it, against adversary with F-35, and we realize it's just so lopsided, the fight. So don't underestimate the F-35s. Thailand is joining BRICS. Yeah, I mean, I want Singapore to join BRICS also, no? Because BRICS is not a China thing. There's also Brazil in it, there's Russia in it, there's India in it. So Singapore should get in it. Any country should try. No, if they are not so stick to the West or not part of the West. Philippines USA is a love-hate thing. It is totally a love-hate thing. When you look at the USA base in Asia, what do you think USA and both making chess moves to capture islands like Japan in World War II? There's the only US bases in Southeast Asia is in Philippines. There is no other US military bases in Southeast Asia. In Singapore, a lot of people like to put US flag on Singapore. There is no US bases in Singapore. As a Singaporean, I'm telling you, I have my cousins are still in the military. They are all professional. They're in the Navy. One is in the Air Force. There is no US military base in Singapore. I don't know how many times I need to say this. So, United States have military bases previously in Afghanistan. They have some in Pakistan, and they are all temporary. Afghanistan is a permanent one, which they have lost it, and then they have one in Jordan. Maybe Cyprus is one of them. Then they have one in the Garcia, the one in the Indian Ocean. I think around India there isn't any. Thailand there isn't any. Singapore there isn't any. There's only Philippines and then it's Guam. So there is actually not that much US bases. Oh yeah, there is in Japan and South Korea. That's all. So on Taiwan there's also no US bases. So you can just imagine, people when they put all this flags, some of it's actually false. It's not exactly real. So why is the Western financial system at risk? Because they print too much money, and they fuck it up by weaponizing it against Russia. Why does Singapore still have good trades with China? Aren't they going to sanction like Germany did to Russia? Because Singapore plays the long game. We don't believe that United States can be strong forever. And what if one day China becomes the regional superpower? We want to be on the good side. But honestly, we already messed up our foreign policy. We are already on the bad side, despite we spend so much money. So yeah, my foreign minister is shit. So no. So who will you choose between USA and China? USA. I will choose USA every time. Honestly. Because USA don't invade us. They will invade the Middle East, but they don't invade us, so it's perfectly fine. And they sell us F-35s. So China have already proven that they will punish us if and some of these punishments are very aggressive. It's nothing like the United States, what the United States do to Singapore. So yeah, it is what it is. Dealing with superpowers are all problematic. So after the proposal of Putin to Ukraine to recognize a 5 oblast, what do you think the next proposal will be? Yeah, another 4 more oblasts. Another 4 more oblasts will be gone. Kharkiv, Dnipro, Mykolaiv, maybe Odessa. Yeah, maybe Sumy, maybe Kiev. I don't know. Chernihiv, maybe. So continue to scroll down. Scroll down. What else? Holy God, kaput. Anyway, hello to 238 guys of you. So no, thank you for coming. Oh, Millennial 7 history tag. I understand you're bitter, but what do you expect? The very definition of great power is a state that can influence other country. No, you can influence in the Russian way, or you can influence in the American way, or you can influence in the Chinese way. So, or the France way. So different powers have different way of influencing countries. America using threat. They use military threat or aggressive, or they try to stir shit and create color revolutions and whatnot. Fund rebels. They threaten you to the point where you capitulate to them. That's what the Americans do. The French, they say that no, we give you freedom, and then they bind you into some trap, some financial trap, and then you become their colony, a colony forever, without being officially a colony. That's how France assert their influence. Then you have Russia, which simply just be nice to you. Unless you are in their neighbors, then they will they still be nice to you. They try to trade with you. But if you try to threaten their national interest, they will say that they'll nuclear bomb you. That's what Russia do. But no, Russia's diplomacy is so soft. They're so nice. They just be nice to you. They try to trade with you. If you're poor, they give you free food, free grain, free gas, free oil. So Russia's foreign policy is one of I think what China should have done. China screwed it up by being China, by the way how China do it. China used wolf diplomacy. So what is China's foreign policy? How they do it is that they on the surface they're very friendly with you. Then they will demand something from you. Then they expect you to listen to China, and they expect you to not follow United States at all. And the moment you did not listen to the Chinese, not follow the Chinese order, they will start to do trade sanctions on you. They will trade sanctions. Literally, they will tariff you, they will sanction you, they will block tourism to your country. They'll stop buying your stuff. Yeah, that's what. And then they will start to create competition against your country. Some of these doesn't work. Like the trade sanction against Australia actually backfired on China. There is a sanction on Australia by China. You do not know because you guys may not know because you guys don't follow, because you guys think that China is a good people. It is what it is, So I'm moving down. All your analysis is pinpoint accurate. Thank you, Arnold. I mean, wouldn't say pinpoint accurate. I just try to share what I understand. It's just that it's easy to fall for very one-sided emotional explanation of the world, to put it that way. I understand China's point, but the thing is that China is making bad decisions. They could have conquered the heart and minds of all of Asia easily, but they didn't. So do they feel because COVID came? Yeah, if you think that's the case, COVID came. Why? Because China released it. No, China enforced. They through WHO force everyone to accept planes from China, while in their own country they total lockdown the whole country. So don't talk about COVID. That's another topic that triggers me. So itchy my nose. Okay, scroll down. Oh no, it hops again. I don't know where. What's your take on Putin's visit on Vietnam? I haven't read on the full stuff yet, so I will do a video on it. Go work, go broke. Yeah. Don't understand India, dude. They have the best propaganda machine. They have the worst. They have the most messy propaganda machine. I don't think India have a good propaganda. I think it's just freaking messy. The very first time 4th gen faces 5th gen, it gets trashed. There's static and technology that changed the equilibrium a bit. But not yet. So then we move further south. I see what other question can I see. Then a lot of discussion about the planes. Hope they find no oil in Singapore. No worries. The Singapore's oil is on the island. We all buy and resell and stuff like this. So Singapore burn oil is trash every day. Yeah. Hi, pool boy. Why is Sarah? Moving on. Question: how does Singapore fit into the agenda of 2030 plans from the WEF? Globalist. I don't know what's the agenda. What's the agenda from the WEF or WHO or WTO? Globalist. I don't know. Certain things that Singapore tried to do, like importing a lot of foreigners to boost up the population number, all these things, backfired badly. And the ruling party got voted against greatly. They still hold the super majority, but it just frightens them and they stopped. So yeah, we also go against the woke culture right now. So I don't think there's any agenda from the globalists that is going to come to Singapore. That is what I said. Does the Ukraine conflict really matters? Yeah, Ukraine conflict changes everything. It speeds up the fall of the West, because it basically, you see, the Ukraine war is a very, very weird stuff. The entire of Europe went against their own national interests to support Ukraine war against Russia. That says a lot. No, and then United States weaponized the financial system against Russia, and that breaks the international financial system. So the Ukraine war is the most consequential thing that had happened in recent years, since 9/11 and since the fall of the Berlin Wall. It's the most consequential thing that had happened in the global geopolitics. It changes everything so badly. So it's scary, the amount of things that it does. Oh my god, it jumps again. So okay, and then things that you say about China's way of diplomacy, it seems to me that, for example, Philippines are doing what they are doing, but they still have trade with China. okay, so this is this important thing to note. Cutting trade is just one step from war. I hope you understand what I mean. When the Europe cut all trades with Russia, that means that they are just one more step away from going to war with Russia. Trade is super important to maintain relationship. So by trading, it's just like you and your friends. You sometimes I treat you eat, sometimes you treat me eat. No, I take care of you. I say hi to you. I pat your back. You pat my back. It's this kind. It's trade. We're trading of emotions. So in real world, we trade goods and money and services. This makes us become interdependent on each other, and this build relationship. That means we cannot go apart. Like we need each other in our lives. By cutting trade, is like breaking up in a relationship. Once you break up, the next thing that happens is going to be enemy. You're going to become enemy of each other, and that's why it's bad. Philippines have to trade with China, continue to trade with China, because where else are you going to buy anything? Because everything is produced in China today, so they have no choice. But yeah, not going too far into the economic side, the trade balance and everything, but that's what I think. I think the difference in diplomacies are smaller than you think. The real difference between USA and France imposed cultural dominance, while China and Russia just wanted to do something for them. Not that it's such a big improvement, but yeah, I mean, I find it a very big difference, but everybody can interpret it differently. Okay, I think you distrust China even more than I do, probably because you're closer to the border. Yeah, I mean, Singapore is we literally was beach slapped by China. It was so bad in 2016. In 2016, because Duterte pivot to China and Russia, and then we somehow, in our great wisdom, decided to take the lead to contest the South China Sea issue as part of ASEAN against China. And everybody kept quiet except Singapore. And China beach slapped us. And it was the situation was so bad that even taxi drivers, everybody in the streets were talking about, oh no, this time we are shit. We are in deep shit. China is on us. That was how bad it was. A lot of people have already forgotten about it in Singapore. But I will never forget it because it was fucking scary. So, oh, it hops again. Okay, so what can Philippines do to prevent the worst? Philippines can give up the claim of South China Sea. It's just like, the same thing as Ukraine. Give up the claim of Crimea, give up Donbass, give up Kherson, Zaporizhia, and then have peace. That's the worst. That's the best thing you can do to prevent the worst. Because if you continue to contest a claim, there will be one point you have to either outlast China or you have to go to war with China. So outlast, what do you mean by outlast is that maybe if you hold on long enough, China will go into a civil war and then they'll break into multiple countries and those islands are yours. Or you go to war and then you lose it. Yeah. So that's unfortunately what happens. The same thing, with Ukraine and Russia. The best thing Ukraine can do actually is to wait for Russia to disintegrate into multiple countries. But will that ever happen? I don't know. Who will last longer, Ukraine or Russia? I do not know. So we'll save them again, do let's say. Okay, so we move on. Let me scroll down and thanks for answering. No problem. This is a Q&A. I love to do Q&As. Just that sometimes I'm very demoralized because when I look at the views, the viewership numbers, I was like, oh, I'm so sad. I don't feel like doing anything anymore. I am wrong because Europe is gambling on United States to become Uncle Sam again. No, if that's your perspective, no, that's not my perspective. I think Europe is led by leaders that have poor grasp of the reality of what is actually happening. If you sometimes you repeat the propaganda too much, you believe it. And if you believe your own propaganda, you're shit. You're in deep shit. So Malaysia want to join BRICS. I think it's a good decision. Yeah. How do you think our situation in the Philippines affect Asia's relations on both US and China if things goes bad? War or no war, China wins with their claim. At this moment, China is trying to bully Philippines into giving up the islands, because to make it so hard, to make it impossible to resupply, to force evacuation of the soldiers from the outpost. And the moment there is no soldiers on the island, China will take over 100%. So, and they can take over without claiming that it's their island. They don't have to plant the flag. They just need to surround it with the fishing boats, and then the Philippine troops can never go back to the island. That's enough. And they win. China effectively wins, because China does this thing that they quietly do things, and in reality they have conquered the place, but verbally they never do anything. That's what China like to do. So they can actually don't plant the flag, but they put a surface to air missile system on the island. And then they said they say that this is all. Then when people complain, they will say that this 9-dash line, this has always been our island. No, Philippines illegally occupied the island. We are just taking back what is ours. Then what is the rest of the world going to do? Go to war with China? So that is a very difficult situation for Philippines. And the reality is, all of Southeast Asia, all of Asia is looking at what China is doing. That's what China don't understand. The whole world is watching. And the whole world, and particularly in the countries surrounding China or in the close proximity to China, they are scrutinizing the situation, and they are planning, and they are thinking, how would China behave against their own country in different scenarios based on this, how China is dealing with Philippines. Then eventually you're going to have you have a grand alliance against China. Eventually that will happen, because China just don't play the game right. That's just not how you do foreign policy. Unfortunately, China making use of their superior economics and military to suppress smaller countries. This is exactly what it is. No, people can argue it's not. Then what China is doing is not. Cannot be that China is a weaker country and bully a stronger country. There is no such thing. Or Philippines is the stronger country that is bullying and encroaching into the weaker China's territorial water. That's also not the case. No, so everybody is just watching. And the reality, if you watch carefully, all of Southeast Asia is militarizing. Particularly Indonesia is militarizing greatly, because Indonesia is freaking scared of China. Australia has joined AUKUS. They are also militarizing. So Japan has thrown away their post-World War II doctrine. They are also militarizing. Everybody is militarizing, because China's military has gotten too strong that everybody have no choice but to militarize and maintain the balance of power, especially in the face of weakening United States. United States is getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and it's on our own. It's coming to the stage where it's on our own. Everybody have to take care of themselves. So everybody is militarizing, and yeah, but United States is making so much bad decisions and forcing their allies into making bad decisions. Yeah, this antagonizing Russia just messed things up. Now the unbalance is very stuck. If Russia is really firmly in China's court, then everybody's screwed, because there's no way you can beat Russia plus China. Russia plus China is just overkill. Not even the United States can deal with it. So Question: what the real power can BRICS have when the members of such different economic base and regional rivals seem to only member the friendly with all others? BRICS is merely a reaction to the Western weaponization of the financial system and the global, community system like United Nations and whatnot. So BRICS on its own will have geopolitical battles between the main countries, India, China, and Russia. They will have their own geopolitical battle within it. They will be vying for the leadership position in BRICS. Brazil and South Africa clearly cannot compete for that leadership position. It's only Russia, China, and India. And India is not strong enough to be the leader. So it's purely Russia and China. And if you watch BRICS carefully, BRICS is very unnatural. The how the countries that is being brought into BRICS is very contradicting. You have enemies joining the country, this grouping together at the same time. So BRICS is not a magic pill, and it's just another geopolitical organization that they compete geopolitically, and Russia and China is competing to be the leader. So a lot of people don't believe that Russia and China is competitors to each other. So I said my piece. People can believe whatever they want. So to resume, does Russia have NGOs to influence and undermine foreign state influence in other countries? Russia? I don't think so. I think Russia don't play this game. Russia don't play this game. China do. China have. But the China's one is, they're not NGOs. Yes, it is NGOs, but it is like the Confucius Institutes and everything, But their core concern is more like controlling their Chinese citizens overseas, and also they will start to have espionage. They'll buy politicians, and they'll get Chinese descent to get into politics, and this kind of thing. Hybrid warfare. So moving, who is winning, Palestine or Israel? Israel is winning against Palestine, but Israel is losing support from the rest of the world, and that cannot be a Palestine win because militarily power is power. You may think that Israel is losing, but Palestine is losing even more. People are dying. Are you pro Russia? No, I'm neutral. I'm pro Singapore. Going down. Yep, correct. I'm only pro Singapore. Hi Wyatt, salam dalam bahasa ibu Anda. Salam bahasa ibu, my mother tongue. Bahasa ibu saya bukan bahasa Melayu atau bahasa Indonesia. Tetapi saya bisa cakap, so no, it's okay. Philippines has lost interest in their claim on Sabah. No, Sabah, mind you, Sabah is oil rich. Philippines not lost interest. They can't compete against Malaysia because their claim on Sabah is so weak. Sabah is firmly under the British control, and British controlled Sarawak and Sabah and then gave them independence by being part of Malaysia. So there's no reason Philippines can claim over Sabah. That is just dreaming. And Philippines have a joke of a military they can't win a war against Malaysia. So it's a waste of time. Like I said, you can claim anything you want, but do you have the military to back it? If you don't have the military to back it, then no, it's pointless. So, and so moving further south, what is the role of South Asia in this whole picture? China is trying to get a foothold here in places like Bangladesh recently. China is only using South Asia as a transport route to get their resources from Africa to China without going through Southeast Asia, because they know Southeast Asia is not very friendly with China. That's all. So they are not doing only with Bangladesh, they are doing with Myanmar as well, they're doing with Pakistan. They're trying to explore as many routes as possible to make sure that they can go around Southeast Asia, because Southeast Asia saw through China, to put it that way. So now if move further down, Southeast Asia may fear China. They also trade with China. Yeah, correct. Economic sanctions against China. Okay, I mentioned this before in the previous Q&A. Economic sanctions may come if China make the wrong step, like going to war for the wrong reason or with the wrong country. That could happen. The economic sanctions could also appear when the countries realize the trade imbalance is no longer sustainable. There will always be a time where you realize that it is actually better to just not trade with China. Everything more expensive, but you build your own supply chain, you build your own things, and people can have a better life, rather than the whole country become bankrupt because all the money flow to China. That's the problem with trade imbalance. It's a zero-sum game, unfortunately. At least that's my own economic theory, So a lot of people say that it's not a zero-sum game. I can say, we try. So you and me do business, okay? So you and me we do business. I sell everything. So you only sell rice, okay? So I sell you everything that you need, but I don't buy rice from you. I make my own rice. So you have to buy everything from me. So you have to keep giving me your money, but I don't buy anything from you. So now you get poorer and poorer and poorer. And then one day you have no money to buy my stuff. Me lose, you lose, all lose together. But you lose worse. That's the problem with China's economic policy. Their aim to be self-sufficient is toxic. So one day there will be, when the world can't take it anymore, there will be some kind of a Cold War, like a Soviet Union versus the West kind of thing, where there's no longer any more trade relationship because it's just untenable to trade with China. That could be possible. Like I mentioned in the previous Q&A during my birthday stream, the Opium War is exactly the result of such a trade imbalance. So, but of course, today's China is so powerful because China learned their lesson from the Opium War. So they built a very strong military. So nobody is able to force China to do anything militarily. So, yeah. So the only thing to do is just not sanction, but simply say no, stop trading with China. Then you will see China use their military to force people to open up their market, like United States did to Japan. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it is. So BRICS is the alternative to US control UN. Do you have enemies in the same country? Yep. Yeah. Oh, the hop. Okay, so there's a hop. Okay, so I'm moving further down. No. What did Carl say? Okay. Move south. Okay. A pizza is a half-finished sandwich. That's a good point. That's a good question. I don't know. Is pizza a half-finished sandwich? Okay. I finally reached real time. I'm so happy. So what do you think about Russia, North Korea anti-military alliance signed this visit happening a couple of days ago? You see, never watched my video. I already did a video on this. It's this one. This one. On the main channel. I talk about the geopolitical implication. That's why it's 33 minutes long. It's a very long video. So watch this one. watch that video. You'll get your answers. So your problem is not only Chinese Communist Party, but the whole China thing. It's not a whole China thing. If China is benevolent, then everybody will just love it and use it against United States. No, we will have this big brother. That's the whole reason why Singapore was so supportive of China all this while. We are the one that taught them a lot of the things, how to open up, how to do business, how to get investment in, how to do the housing, everything. Because we wanted a strong China to balance against the United States, because we are afraid of United States, because we are worried about United States. That's what Singapore was doing. We literally built up this monster to fight the other monster, to balance it out, to make sure that the United States cannot control our region. But then now, this monster has become so powerful, it is starting to bite us back. So, yeah. Chinese socialism policy is sustainable, very effective for development. No. The development, they have so much, they are able to build so much is because they have a closed economic system. They can print whatever money they want, and basically everyone is free labor, essentially, because the money is you printed. So this is the kind of the different thing, Sabah was leased to the British by the Sulu Sultanate of the Southern Philippines, and the Filipinos will conquer Sabah with the help of the Americans. Yeah, maybe. No, maybe. No. Do you know that Singapore was leased to the British by the Johor Sultanate? And what happened later? So we became our own thing, So, the British is a scam, British agreements are all scams. So, Ukrainians, listen. We learn from you must learn from the lessons of Singapore. Like we were leased to the British, by the Johor Sultanate. And even the Sultanate that was signed the agreement was made up. It's not even the real Johor Sultanate. So, So if Chinese communism is uneconomic, then why are they doing better than capitalism? I have to repeat this thing that I did in the previous Q&A. China entered the WTO agreeing to follow certain rules. In the end, after they entered, they never reformed their economy according to WTO rules. So they become a Trojan horse. They basically have an economy that is closed, that doesn't work, that is not compatible with the rest of the world. So as a result, they are able to produce goods below our cost. You can look at the goods that China produce. They are cheaper than your cost price if you produce it in your own country. How could it be possible? It's not possible by right. It shouldn't be possible. Even if you go to a third world country, even a third world country cannot produce it cheaper than the Chinese. There is something wrong with the economic thing, because the economic system is closed. Basically everybody is slave labor in a way, because of how they use their money. They print money, they can do whatever they want, and the money there will not be uncontrolled capital outflow. That's why China will never suffer an Asian financial crisis kind of thing, where you can short their currency and just break their backbones. You can't do that to China. You can't. So they weaponize. They basically use communism to their advantage. Basically, the centralized control, everything controlled by the government, and basically, become a Trojan horse within the capitalist system. And this is why they become so powerful. If USSR is able to trade with capitalist country during the Cold War, USSR would have won the Cold War. So that's it. That's how it is. How are you on YouTube? I thought YouTube is banned in China, but I'm not in China. I'm not Chinese. I'm not Chinese. I'm Chinese, Singaporean Chinese. So, oh, we hopped. Oh no. So, okay. So, moving south. I'm a rabbit. Anti-communist and the Chinese communists are beating the capitalists at their own game. Yeah, they are. I just explained, they weaponize the system. So, I don't care what CCP does to me. I can't live without Chinese games. Oh, I don't play Chinese games, but I buy a lot of Chinese goods. So, enjoy the Chinese goods while it lasts, the cheap Chinese goods. From the point of African or South American countries, China is better than the USA. Oh, yeah, of course, because they are far away. The same thing why Singapore thinks United States is better than China, because United States is far away. It's the exact same thing. Same logic. Are you aware that Russia have more power around Pacific East than China? Pacific East than China. Possible because they have direct access to the Pacific Ocean. But no, I will not measure it in that way. No, it's still the number of vessels that you have that matters. Sorry, my nose is itchy. When I talk, my nose hair will vibrate, and then when they vibrate, then I feel very itchy. So Mandarin or Communist doesn't matter. China will always be China. Blah blah blah. Okay. How do you rate the Chinese military? Well, very highly. I think the Chinese military now is easily top three in the world right now. They are very, very capable. I think the number one military right now probably is United States or Russia. No, the two of them will definitely still get number one or two, but China is definitely in the third. So and their modernization has been pretty successful, and they are very actively experimenting new technologies. So yeah. Why keep in mind the Rockefeller and Rothschild set up China's industrialization? Is it? Right? No, it's not. So no, yeah. If they are, Singapore, China will be a different place. So no, Putin sold Russia to China. He didn't. So I don't want to explain why again, but Russia and China is strategic rivals. DPA is talking nonsense. You don't know how China works. Don't pretend you know it, okay? Whatever, man. You disagree. I have my point of view. So you are repeating British talking points. Research trade laws of the British Empire if you want to see who the cheaters are. I just said the British cheated. They make shit up. Why are you triggered? If NATO sent 100,000 or more troops to Ukraine, do you think the countries like Belarus and North Korea will send troops to help Russia? I don't know. No, I'm not sure actually, because once NATO sent troops into Ukraine, Russia will just use tactical news. So I don't think the troop numbers matters anymore. So that's what I think. How if Aceh starts another movement and see the Houthis succeed, who will be backing them? United States, maybe. If not China. But it would be hard to see China supporting an Islamic group. Typically this kind of a group thing, this kind of militant Islamic militant groups tend to be supported by United States. Tends to be. But I don't see interest. No, I don't think it serves any interest for the United States to do that. The only reason they would do that is Indonesia decided to pivot away from United States, to go towards China or go towards Russia, and then you'll see Aceh suddenly wanted to start another separatist war. So because United States funded it and armed them. Let's imagine there is new to trade and no need for dollar in the future. Their implementation funded by dollar printing, this money will end. The once US dollar lost its reserve currency status, a lot of things in United States will collapse. So are you Singaporean Chinese or Chinese Singaporean? Okay, so in Singapore we always have the nationality in front first. So because our nationality is more important than our race. In America, it's the opposite. It's always the American, Chinese American, Black American, White American, because the race is more important in the United States. So in Singapore, it's always the country come first. The country is number one. The race comes second. Cuba economic crisis, is it serious? I'm not sure. I didn't read up about it. How many Ukrainian children does it take to screw one Russian light bulb? I don't know. Oh, it hop again. How will Southeast Asia react to Japan getting a nuclear bomb? I think badly. I don't think Southeast Asia would be happy with Japan getting nuclear weapons. Thank you, Coping, for the super chat. Yeah, like, share, and give me your money. In Myanmar, who will win, junta or national unity government? I think NUG, how's to say? I know the separatists will likely eventually win independence, but I'm not sure NUG will be the winner. I'm not sure NUG will be the winner. The junta is starting to struggle militarily. They are doing the mobilization and they're building up a bigger army. But I'm not sure it will end up be a Trojan horse thing because they will recruit anti-junta people into the army, maybe. So, then Wyatt, you're still going, catching a lot of shit in Telegram because of China. I stand with Wyatt. Yeah, I mean, people want to be pro-China, at least get the facts right. But people don't even know where to find the facts. So no, but it's okay. Moving on, south. I already answered that. So moving south, Malaysia will never not defend Singapore. Too much ties. Singapore and Malaysia, will take care of each other. Just like with Indonesia, the three countries will bind together. That's what I think. No. There's a hop again. How do you deal with the heat in Singapore? Aircon. Aircon. Air condition. Do Drew think the same way as you do? No. Drew have different way of thinking. John, thank you for the answers. Appreciate hearing your well-informed views. Thank you so much, John, for the super chat. I just share what I know, but I don't like people to be misinformed, and unfortunately, most of the world is misinformed. But because I'm not saying that the moral right wins the day. It's not like I'm very critical about China's behavior, but that doesn't mean that China will not win because they are not morally right. The only thing that matters is military power and the balance of power. So if there is a war happens and no one can defeat the Chinese will just conquer South China Sea and probably more islands than the South China Sea. They will enforce ports, certain towns in the coastal areas, and become Chinese ports. They can do that. Power is power. It doesn't matter. It's morally right or wrong. So the only thing weaker countries can do is to have good foreign policies. Don't be like the Baltic states. Don't be like the Baltic states. So, did I celebrate LGBT plus month? No, I don't. I don't celebrate the rainbow month because I'm not rainbow enough. Did she say that I misinformed you guys? So no. Yeah, you guys decide for yourself. No country in the world will allow Japan to have nuclear weapons. Yeah, I agree. You're armchair general. Yeah, I was never a general actually. My military rank is first sergeant, so I'm not even a military officer. So, which country have I visited? I visited China, Hong Kong, Macau, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia. Yeah, that's about it. What do you think the chances are for Europe to become a sovereign player? Not a vassal of anyone. Actually pretty high. If any shit thing happened to United States, suddenly Europe have to go alone. I think EU will become very powerful on their own, but you can't say that they will become a vessel of Russia. They'll be left with no choice but to trade with Russia. And yeah, once they trade with Russia, they may become one with Russia, and then they will dominate again. But if they don't, then they'll just start to just go down and down and down, because Europe's ticket to freedom from United States is Russia. If China does that, wouldn't Japan and South Korea go to war? I'm not sure what was this about, but yeah. Foggy situation, more powerful. The more powerful country is being an asshole. Yeah, usually powerful countries are assholes, including Russia. But if you look at Russia's behavior, they are as not asshole as is possible for a superpower. So, do you consider Islam to be a geopolitical force by itself, especially in Asia, or you don't consider it as such? Islam, it is, but the thing is, Asia is big, so Asia includes Middle East. So in the West Asia, in Middle East, is very powerful, but Islamic country versus Islamic country, Islam doesn't matter. Islam is only powerful when it's going against a non-Islamic country. So Islamic country against Islamic country, Islam itself have no power. so but then they have geopolitical weight, because the Islamic countries and the Muslims, they will always bind together as one Islamic community, but clearly a lot of the time they just hate each other. So it's a very, very weird stuff. No, it's all virtual signaling. But no, yeah, it's just like during the Dark Ages, all the Christian kingdoms, they actually hate each other, but they still talk about that. They're all under the Vatican, they're all under the heavens and God and Jesus. Same thing. Like the hop. What's your opinion of the future of US dollar? Oh no, the US dollar is in deep shit. So let's hope. I wait you in Italy for good pizza. Yeah, I want to eat pizza. But I know that there's no pineapple on Italian pizzas. So I love Italian. I love the Hawaiian pizza. No. Opinions on Modi recently pushing for Kashmir to be a state. I have no opinions, man, because I haven't read enough. I know there's some weird shit is happening around there, but I haven't went to read about it yet. But I will probably report on it, because I think Kashmir is a very big thing. Cut your nose hair, Commander. I'm not sure if it's a cold nose hair thing, and just itchy. But if you cut it, will it get even longer? I'm not sure. So, no. What else? Trust too much in the EU. Long story. I'm hoping. I'm taking some hopium. I always optimistic for the positive. Just like I also hope the same thing for Israel and Palestine. I hope that they will have peace. They hope that they will just give up fighting, and be together. So, as unlikely as it seems, is Russia the only army with reliable hypersonic weapon missiles? Yes, I think Russia is the only one with operational hypersonic missiles. China one is a question mark. They tested it. It works. Is it operational as a weapon? I don't know. Tentatively, only Russia is known to be the only one with hypersonic weapons in their arsenal. You have never visited mainland China? I visited twice. One 30 years ago in Beijing, and then I just went, I think 8 years ago, to Guangzhou. So I seen China for myself. I would have visited more if not for my very anti-China talks. I would have visited more. I wanted to visit Shenzhen. I just bypassed Shenzhen through the train. I never stopped at Shenzhen. I went to Guangzhou direct. I wanted to go to Hangzhou, Shanghai. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll take a chance and see whether China will arrest me or not. So, but no, I seen enough of China. You have a lot of freedom in China, to be honest. You have a lot of freedom because China is so big. You can do a lot of shit. This is literally a clown. Do you think Philippines will become a failed state? No. I don't think so. I think not failed state. If they go to war, maybe. If they don't go to war, I don't think so. Why US left Afghan? They could have put more soldiers. I think because Trump arranged them to leave. So because Trump have already ordered them to leave, Biden cannot just force them to stay. I think something like this, because it would be bad for politics. There's a hop. There's a hop. I don't know what happened. Okay, so then after that, Russia is not a superpower, not military and not economically. So they are Chinese vessels. But if that's your opinions, that's up to you. Russia to me is a bigger brother of China. They are no longer a big brother of China. They are still the superior, the senior in terms of the relationship. So, yeah, that is what it is. Deep dive into Singaporean food next time. Oh my god, there's so much Singaporean food. Let's not go there. China have the best hypersonic missile because they have the best wind tunnels. So Yanxi is from China. So where are you based right now? Do you use a VPN to watch this stream, or you're based in like some other countries? I'm not sure if it's a wind tunnel thing. Yeah, you say China have the best hypersonic missiles, but Russia is literally using it on Ukraine. So I'm not sure. No, you're literally a Chinese propagandist. Yeah, I'm a Chinese person, ethnically Chinese, and but I don't do propaganda. So do you have nuclear bunker in your country? Hi, actually I do not know if the bunkers are considered nuclear proof. I don't think so. Pineapple on pizza in Italy is a criminal offense. The Dark Ages, the main church power, where Constantinople as the Roman Empire. Radical Islam destroy republics that do not follow British trade policies. Colludes with the radical Islam. They hated Gaddafi because he made republic. Well, I'm not sure. How much did the use of FAB affected the war? I think quite a bit. The Russian airstrikes are now very intense. I think it makes the situation very difficult for the Ukrainians. But the Ukrainians are holding the lines in many cases. Of course, they're still losing grounds every day, but they're holding the lines despite the airstrike. So, very brave guys. I mean, if you die, you are brave. And what else? Oh, you hopped again. I know Australia testing hypersonic rockets in the desert. Oh, okay. Wonder weapons like hypersonic missile F-16 every time does not matter in the war, only for propaganda. I disagree. No, weapons are weapons. Show why on Twitter a book called British Collusion with Radical Islam. I mean, it's not British collusion with radical Islam. It's British or the Americans weaponize radical Islam or extremists. They always do that. It's not about it's not the radical Islam thing. They just make use of useful people. Like the Mujahideen, against the Soviet Union. The Philippines used to be one of the richest countries in Asia, second only to Japan. And now even Vietnam is richer than the Philippines. Yeah, that's the price of independence. And then once you get independence, then if you cannot sort out your politics, then shit goes down. Why can I hypothetically immigrate to Singapore and become naturalized? You can look for options. Yes, you can easily, if you have money, it's not difficult to get residency in Singapore. Yeah, if you throw enough money, you can get you can become a citizen. But you must throw a lot of money, like a lot. So, do you speak Cantonese in Guangzhou? My Cantonese is shit. I tried, but it sucks. 我嘅廣語話唔好啊，講咗人唔知道我講乜嘢啊。It's horrible Cantonese. So what's your opinion about putting visit to Vietnam? I will do a video on it. I don't know the details yet. I'm in Shanghai using VPN. Oh, interesting. I really wanted to visit Shanghai someday. Shanghai. It should be pretty awesome. I visited Guangzhou. It's epic. Guangzhou is amazing. I love it. I love it there. If I live there, I will live like a king. So, but I don't. But I know I will be disconnected from the internet because nothing I use works in China. So, yeah, everything is just blocked. Let me see. How naval warfare look like? Same as big formation naval. I don't know. I actually not sure. Modern naval war. Modern naval war is very boring. It's all just missiles firing at each other. It's not romantic at all. It's just missiles flying and then you will then launch even more missiles to shoot down the enemy's missile. And then the worst case scenario, you use the chain gun and then hope that the missile don't hit you. It's a very, very boring thing, naval warfare. In modern naval warfare, it's so boring. It's not like World War II, you fire the big guns or World War One. It's no longer that. So, yeah, very unromantic. Rats with neural chips. Rats with neural chips and grenade in the future of drone warfare. Possible. How do you rate your country's military? Singapore's military is very powerful. But of course, we're not we're powerful, probably more powerful than Germany's military. Probably. No, we're probably, because Germany's military right now is very, very weak. So, yeah. But no, in the grand scale of things, Singapore's military is nothing. When your opposition is China. So, with this super chat, you cannot win a military conflict and lose the political one. Nations go to war to achieve political aims, not for fun. Yeah, this is very, very important. This is what Russia is doing, and what the West is not doing. The West support. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. The West support for Ukraine is nonsensical. There's no the political endpoint is so it depends on the collapse and disintegration of Russia. How could that ever happen in this war? Is like I cannot imagine. Yeah, I'm Ukrainian, Slava Ukraini. And the kaiju attacks on Singapore being kept a secret for a reason. Yeah, because we are weaponizing the kaiju. We have been researching how to put Singapore on the kaiju and actually become a mobile Singapore. Yeah, and then we can get away from the region. So we still have to be those. Do you think Vietnam, Indonesia will be the France and Germany of ASEAN? France and Germany of ASEAN. I'm not sure how to relate it, but maybe. I do not know how to relate it. Vietnam and Indonesia is very Southeast Asian countries are rather balanced. All the various countries are all quite balanced in terms of its strength and influence, as particularly the main ones: Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and maybe Philippines. They're all rather balanced. So I don't. We are not that. We're not like EU. EU is very big and small, big and small. American yeah. But the thing is that you can produce them, but do you have jobs for them to do? That's a problem. Chinese education system produce the most tech and science people, more than the other country combined, because China is a big country. The problem is, do you have the jobs for them to do? So if you don't have enough jobs for them to do, then all this education is wasted. I think Singapore might have this problem as well. You know, we train a lot of people. Like just talk about design. You know, like most of my friends are not in design anymore. So it just wasted education. So what is the difference between Chinese and Cantonese Chinese? It's almost totally different language. It's almost like the difference between Italian and French is quite different. It's quite different. There's similarities, but no, it's quite different. So and then my ethnic is Hokkien. So Hokkien is a totally different language again. So Hokkien is like Spanish, to the Italian and the French. And then you have Teochew, which is like the Portuguese, because they are much more closer to Hokkien. And then you have another language called Hakka. Hakka is a totally random language, which is like a bit close to Cantonese, but no, not exactly Cantonese. So no, yeah, it's all over the place. So Singapore is so small. I flew around Sumatra, I can see your military bases. Yeah, Singapore is a very small island. So no, Singapore has zero illusions that we are actually very small and weak. We have a very powerful military to counterbalance the size. No, we are very small. In Singapore, we have cameras everywhere. Yes, no, committing a crime in Singapore, no, is a bad idea. No, you get caught very, very quickly. So, Cantonese, Mandarin, yeah, correct. Yeah. How long do you think it is until small drones will be obsolete in the battlefield? I don't think it will be obsolete. No, I think it will become a mainstay. It will become smaller and smaller and more dangerous. It's like, imagine a flying grenade. No, imagine a needle, a flying needle with poison at the end of the tip and just poke you, and then you just die from poisoning. No, it can be fucking scary. So I don't dare to imagine drone warfare. It's just scary. Yeah. So the collapse of Russia is the end of a 1,000-year state of Russia. We're prepared to go all the way. Okay. Do you buy things from Shein? No. We have the most powerful industrial and manufacturing capability in human history, from rocket ships to cars with the full set of weapons. Yeah. After United States was that country. So, yep. So no, yeah, that's about it. Anyway, for those that are watching football, I think the football have started. If you're watching the Euros, let me show you Netherlands and France have kicked off half an hour already, 0-0. So in case you're interested in that. So yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's a Q&A. I think we have a very long Q&A already, 2 hours. Let's not go to 3 hours. I think 2.5 hours already. Yeah, if not, no, then it will be so tiring. And have you looked into the World Wide Web monopoly held by USA? Yeah, they are. I mean, so that's the thing. So much infrastructure around the world is US dependent. So don't hope for the collapse of United States. No, our life collectively all around the world will be worse off. So don't hope for that. I mean, hope for a more fair world, but don't hope for the collapse of United States. It's actually bad for everything. Bad for everyone. Chewing gum is still banned in Singapore. If China force their 9-dash line, depends. If United States do not act, ASEAN will not act, because we cannot go to war with China without US support. No USA, then we will not fight. That's what it is. Hi, John Scott, Slava Ukraine. Why is the West weaponizes the Mongols again? Open mic this week, yes. Tomorrow, maybe or Sunday, because actually today is my wedding anniversary, so yeah, maybe don't have energy for open mic. We shall see. So Singapore is a vessel of the British Empire. It was a colony of the British Empire, not a vessel. The British couldn't defend it against Japan, let alone. The British could defend against Japan, but they are too they duped themselves. They duped themselves, and then they surrendered prematurely. In fact, they have more military than the Japanese. They could have won and turned the tide, and make this a glorious historical battle, but they didn't. Poor Australians and New Zealanders, the NZ forces, poor thing, a big chunk of them reached Singapore just to be POWs. Do you think Australia should invade New Zealand? No. For what? Australia is so big. I like when you do videos and Q&A on Southeast Asia. Thank you, Carl. Well, thank you, Wallace, as well. For the super chats. I try to explain, but it's very hard to do in video because I can't react to comments, and people they have the wrong understanding. So Ian Shi is really being a Xiao Hong over here. The little pink, like he's like boasting all about China, and like as if we already not know. We know China is advanced. I work in Singapore. The organization who get the work permit was next level. Never encountered such an organization. You book a time exactly on the second, all was ready. Yep, that's Singapore for you. And if they do not do that, we will complain. We will write emails and complain. Hi, John Scott. Thank you for the super chat. Nice quote. So yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. That's a long enough Q&A, and hopefully you guys will maybe scroll back and watch some of the earlier parts, especially the part where I talk about the Philippine China issue, where I go deeper into why China screwed up and screw up the great opportunity, to really do it awesome, to bring everyone on their side. It's a waste. It's a huge waste. Mbappe injured his neck, his nose. Has it come to the point where it's either US or the rest of the world, US the rabbit dog, that's agreement incapable, no hope for change? So MAGA, go MAGA. Maybe Trump will change it. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for accompanying me, chit-chatting with me, and the Q&A. Hopefully, all this is meaningful and friendly and helpful and useful. I may not be always correct, 100%. No one is perfect, but I share whatever I can and whatever I know, and my perception of the world. Yeah, and hopefully that helps you to perceive the world in a different way. I mean, no one is the bad guys. Not even the Chinese. No, China is not the bad guys as well. They are just doing and protecting their national interest, their interests. They believe what they believed, and it clashes with the rest of the world, and they make very bad decisions. They could have had better foreign policies, better economic strategies that could tie in better with the rest of the world. But it is what it is. So open mic should be either Saturday or Sunday. I got a feeling that it's going to be Sunday. Yeah, but yeah. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you guys soon, and I'll drop this intro video that you guys have not seen for a long time. And bye guys.